Okay, just pause this down. Alright, we are live right now and also live on YouTube too as well, so we are good to go. Hi everybody, this is CVGS, I'm the captain here, and welcome to the Vanguard Newsday Tuesday. So, best friends, Lianorn and Ominagruzio getting support cards in set 8. And that is mainly the itinerary that we have. We have another thing too as well, which I believe should be the after report from last weekend's WGP Deluxe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a lot of fun things to expect in today's stream as well. So let's see what we get. Alright, Nisha Yuka come back today, so yeah, and they're promoting their May show for Card Game Festival. So yeah, what can I talk about while we wait for the news to begin proper? So not much I can really say. So I mean, we just had a very interesting weekend. Set 6 in English is actually about to come out very soon. I just got the news that I could pre-order it, but I think I should. I think I should also, especially since it's not that expensive. I will want the Regardless piece. I will want the what's the other thing? I want Grand Grace 2 as well. I'm only hunting for those two things. So the rest of the set is just kind of like not here nor there for me too. So yeah. So all things considered, so I think we are on the good end of things also. The second while I set the thing on. So yeah. So yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, we're also getting the PR packs that's actually going to be happening at the card game festival. There's a PR pack specific for it, so it's not any of the tournament ones. So we can see what's actually in there. Hopefully it's something good, something interesting, and something that I don't need, that I don't have to go out my way to go and get. Because that will be really weird. So yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we're just waiting. So hopefully this will be a show that actually doesn't take so long to do. So that we actually get into more of the what is cooking segment later on at the end. So we will have our what is cooking segment at the end too as well. The last one that I posted also was like an hour long, and it's like I'm considering I may have to start cutting stuff down also, because we got a lot of entries in there. I think it was about like 7 entries in there for the what is cooking segment. Yeah, here it's about the same, but I might consider cutting down. We'll give that a shot. So we will see what is it that we were that we can do. So, and of course I already posted up for I already posted up for next week's one, so you can participate. Stand up, Bangado. Right. So yeah. Next week's prop is already up ready. So yeah. Pray the promo isn't like the summertime and the good night sleep well triggers also. I'm assuming you mean the. I'm assuming like effect triggers. You mean? I don't know what you mean by summertime and good night sleep. Good night sleep well triggers. But I'm hoping it's something that I don't have to go out my way to go and get. So yeah. Anyways, they're going through the promotion for the card game festival essentially. So yeah. We also have the strategy edition that's coming up in about like 3 weeks time if my math is correct. So something else to look forward to in terms of what you call it? What's the name that I'm looking for? Never mind, I lost it already. So yeah. Crit triggers that are Raika, Urara, and Michiru. So. Okay. So you mean the ones that are like the character triggers, but then they also have the discard is also the whatever trigger it is. So those double name ones also. So yeah. If you're gonna say girl, Edric, I've told this to you many times before. If you're not gonna explain yourself right in full, I don't know what you mean by girl. Okay? If you're not being responded, it's because nobody understands what you're trying to say. You have to speak in full sentences. Sorry about that. So yeah, again, Card Game Festival is happening on the on the 2nd and 3rd. The festival booster is what's coming out from there too as well. So you guys can, so we actually get your hands in there. It'll be available to the worldwide or about a week later, so like 12 or 13 around there. So yeah, I mean, Festival Booster, like, they have the Card Game Festival Booster makes sense also. And it's usually the reprint booster, so we can expect to see some really good, like, reprint stuff in there too as well. So hopefully some good cards get reprinted as well, but we'll get the previews of it much later, probably around March, April, around there. So yeah, nationless, normal crit triggers, but different art like the New Year OTs as well. Oh, I see. I thought you were referring to the ones as well, because I remember the ones that you mentioned there, so, and they're like, oh, yeah, they have those names, but then there's also the later ones as well, where I think there's the Sophie Bell one and the Danji one, whereby they're the effect triggers, but then they also have the name being the original effect triggers too as well. So yeah. MC for girl name. There is Nishio Yuka. So yeah. Speak in full sentences, okay? I encourage you. Speak in full sentences, because nobody's gonna understand just your one word entries or so, one word chats. I certainly am not, so you have to express yourself. So yeah, we're going through old news, so stuff that you really pretty much know as it is. So, what can there's not much I can really talk about. So, but I don't know what to expect when it comes to what we will see down the line. So we're gearing up towards set 8 right now. Wait, what is that? The one with Akina and the 2 plushies. Divine Skill. Is it like a marker that says that they've actually activated Divine Skill or something like that? I don't know. Maybe? Huh? Is it just like a card? Huh. That'll be interesting. That'd be interesting. So just some sort of representation card. So for one also. Deck box separator thing. It could be a deck box separator. It could possibly be a deck box separator. So yeah. It could be a deck box separator. It could be like one of those like acrylic cards that you can use to represent, that you can use like, oh, it's representing also, and there's no way they can confuse it with being part of your deck also. So yeah, it doesn't look like an energy card or once per game card. It says Divine Skill, so it does say Divine Skill, so maybe it's like one of those cards also. That's like a 8 card, a game 8 card also, more so than like an actual print card also. So it would be a shame if it was also, because that would cause a lot of confusion on tournaments. So yeah, that boss separator may be good. As an energy card, no, I don't think so. But I think in 1 per game card also, representing Divine Skill might actually make some more sense. Or like the tanky 1 crit kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. And exactly what Andrew is actually pointed out. So yeah. Oh, so there is actually another PR card that you can actually collect from the entry fee also. From there's the entry gift, I should say. So yeah, but look at all the games that they have here. So, and Wise Watch is like, now it has 2 spin-off games also, which is a bit weird. There's Wise Watch and then there's Wise Watch Blau, then Wise Watch Rose. Why? I'm confused. Not out of like, just like, what's the difference between all of them also? Like, I barely understand how Wise Watch plays, but the other two, completely out there. So, and I don't know what they are trying to represent or do. So, but also makes me wonder. So, like, what is Bushido up to? So that they're actually creating so many card games under their umbrella. It used to be just 5, but then what else is after that? Also, 18 plus TCG Wise Watch. That's what Rose is. Okay, but yeah. So. I almost heard as Wise Watch Bros. No, Wise Watch Rose. So yeah, 18 plus or so. Man, there probably is a market in Japan for it, but more as a collectible than it actually be like a TCG. So who knows? Who knows? I'm confused. I'm not sure. I don't know what is going on anymore. I'm just here to react to react to reviews. That's all, and also react to the what is quaking segment. So because it's just so much fun to read out your deck builds and try to figure out what are you trying to do. So yeah. Yeah, I hope that next week's prompt also is actually going to be fun. So I really can imagine the thumbnail for it. I have to go and get the picture. So yeah. It's apparently just a wise watch, more towards the main target audience of fan service. Oh, okay. There we go. Thank you for adding further context to wise watch rules. Thank you. But yeah, again, like TCG, I would imagine it being like a collectible, like a collectible card game rather than a trading card game. I think that makes more sense than a TCG. So, but okay, Bushiroad knows their market, so you know who am I to say yes or no to it. So, but all of that also is in sacrifice of losing. All that also is in sacrifice of losing. Losing boost for V and premium too as well. So. So yeah, all the card games that will be featured at Card Game Festival is listed there. So yeah. So yeah, that's the goods information. We've seen this before, and then we saw the actual product itself also. So get people excited also for their door gifts or their purchases for attending the event. So yeah.
参加を考えている方はぜひね、先ほども言いましたが2月中に入場券の方をお買い求めください。 PR がねプラスで1枚もらえますので、ぜひぜひよろしくお願いします。ということで以上カードゲーム祭り2025情報でした。続いては地方カップのお知らせです。地方カップ最初の会場である新潟会場のお知らせからです。どうぞ。
Alright, so this is for Chipo Cup in Niigata. So if you happen to be there at the end of March, so you can participate if you wish to. Just make sure that you lock your seats. So yeah. Nikkei is a final point in player more in Japanese. I mean, you're just adding more to the point. So. And I think we're long past that subject point already. So yeah. But yeah, we're just chilling. We're just waiting for our news ourselves. So because I don't know whether if they have any sort of. So okay, WGP and also DOVA-SYNDROME side event and WGP Deluxe also. They have the side event also, which is actually the Collab Cup essentially, and you can compete in there with Love and Berry, Koro and Bang Dream as well in this tournament. So yeah. So it's a title booster. So it's a title cup essentially. Collab Cup. はい、コラボカップの受付はブシナビにて明日2月26日12時から名古屋会場分から順次開始されます。詳しい大会ルールや景品についての情報は続報をお楽しみにお待ちください。それではメイン大会のお知らせです。こちら。はい、大番火祭2025のメイン大会トリオファイトの抽選申し込みを So the main tournament, which is a trios fight happening at WGB Deluxe also. So yeah. Sorry, at DOVA-SYNDROME. So participation period sign up is actually still open and will be closing tomorrow actually. So yeah, if you're headed to Japan in May and you are taking part in this, if you haven't signed up, what are you doing? Go and sign up. That's all. That's what they're reminding you of. So yeah. でください。よろしくお願いいたします。お願いします。はい、どんどん規模が大きくなっております。大番火祭のお知らせでした。はい。続きまして景品情報デラックス PR パック2025の情報です。まずはこちらの PR パックの入手方法について改めて見ていきましょう。こちら。デラックス PR パック2025は WGP 地方カップのシーズン1の各会場と大番火祭で入手することができます。 So,
yep.
oh yeah, so the deluxe PR pack 2025 or so, you'll be able to this is where you'll be able to get them. Entry into the WGP deluxe tournaments in the different leagues essentially. Then Triple Cup also you also will get them too as well as part of the trio fight, the 8-man tournament participation too as well. So yeah, just basically the various chances that you get. So, and you can also get one pack also if you want to spend $2,000 in goods. So yeah, they have a purchase campaign going on. So yeah.
こちらはイベント会場でヴァンガード関連商品を税込み2000円以上ご購入いただくとデラックス PR パック2025が1パックゲットできちゃいます。会場限定物販のスリーブももちろん対象となっておりますので、ぜひ手に入れてください。
欲しいもの手に入れてそれだけで PR パックが手に入る。最高ですね。はい、ということでこの中身が皆さん気になってると思いますので。お待たせいたしました。デラックス PR パック2025収録カードを見ていきましょう。こちらです。どうぞ。
Alright, so these are the reveal of the cards that's actually the Deluxe PR Pack 2025. A lot of FRs, and it's actually mostly the write-ups. There's also the vanilla triggers in there, critical and draw are in there. So yeah, the basically just FFRs or FRs or so of the right chains of those also that hasn't gotten it thus far. So yeah, we can see that there is we can see also there's for Imperial. I think the lyrical one is actually for Licia Fell. Alden, I can see there as well. Who else? Impul Dio. That is for Leo. And then Leo, and there's somebody else also. Where's is it Barrow Magnus? I think it's the new Barrow Magnus. Yeah, the new Barrow Magnus. And then we also got for Aliquibria as well as who's the other one? Forgot who's the other one. Oh well, so yeah. So Persona Shields is also in there too as well, and they have the prints of the specific nation that you have. If you really want to customize it, so then yeah, this is your way to really customize it if you wish to. So yeah, which is quite excellent. So yeah, forgot to turn off my messenger. So yeah, it's on a separate window. So yeah.
そしてなんとこれだけじゃございません。最後にこちらのカードたちがごくまれに出現いたします。こちら運命者と宿命者のペルソナシールドがごくまれに出現します。
So Persona Shields also with the characters from Divines as well. So yeah, they have that scratchy background, which I think adds to it as well. And yeah, pick your favorite character if you want to go out. We wait for it also. Basically the Fatal One right lines. Yeah, they look good. Yeah, I agree. They look very good.
手震えちゃうな。
いや本当にね。これペルソナシールド使いたいな。めちゃくちゃいいですね。良いです。こちら手に入ったら皆さんペルソナシールド使ってみてください。はい、ということでこの56種のカードが収録となっております。皆さんぜひ大会に参加して手に入れてください。以上イベント情報でした。
続いてはアニメ情報です。今週はアニメがお休みということでこちらが放送されました。どうぞ。Enjoy Vanguard TV.
Alright, so Vanguard TV. So yeah. Continue promotion of their kids show that they have every weekend, I guess.
はいはい。
なんかあれでしたね。普通に難しかった。だんだん変わってくやつ。そう。あれわからないわ。なおの耳飾りが全然わかんなかった。みたいな。あれ系全然わかんないな。
So yeah.
試されてたね皆さん。
あれすごいですね。体力担当の子たちも頑張ってました。
It's a very slow day, so we're getting programming news like very fast. So yeah, which means that we should be close to our review soon. So today's live stream isn't going to be very long.
各種配信サイトや YouTube バンガードチャンネルで公開中でございます。過去のチャーバーも見られますので、ぜひぜひ皆さん見返してみてください。よろしくお願いします。
そして今週はアニメデラックス
So yeah,
最新7
English
それでは7話のあらすじ見てみましょう。
Harabarora confirmed.
はい、第7話目覚めた炎。
Where was that from? Oh, right.
ようやく出た世界から帰還した道
It's from my Discord. So yeah. So anyways, next episode. They did take a break from the episode this week, so because it's a holiday, so we're getting episode 7 here. So yeah. So yeah, Taizo decides to go to America. So yeah.
個人的には泰造やっぱ今までミチルのことすごいライバルというかしてたところでここまでファイトできてなかったから
Let me just remove this first.
やっとかと思ってす
So yeah.
ごい嬉しかったの
So I can get it muted.
やっぱりそうあとデラックスの前の
Don't know why I didn't unmute
シ
it.
ーズン
So.
2の時に
But this is for later, so yeah.
みたいな話を
We'll take a look at this.
エリカにしてたと思うんですけどその時の後の話ですね
So yeah. Anyways, I was saying earlier so that the card that we saw also is actually a marker. It's not a divider. It's basically a marker for divine skill. So to indicate that so they have divine skill, or to indicate that they still have divine skill, then once it's gone, so it's no longer there. So yeah. Just a visual aid essentially. But yeah, we get to see Taizo versus Michiru, which means that we get to see some Jojutsu stuff. So yeah, yeah.
テレビアニメカードファイトヴァンガードディバインズデラックス編はテレビ愛知テレ東系列6局ネットにて毎週土曜朝8時から BS 日テレにて
The thing is,
23時30分
I believe that it is 13 episodes. So yeah, they usually have 30 episodes in a season, in an anime season usually. So yeah. Okay, so Dokkan Neo, we're getting a direful doll boosts, as well as a lyrical generic double R's. Double R's is also gonna be in the set for set 8 too as well. So yeah, there's gonna be double R and an R for the direful dolls, and that's all on Thursday. So yeah. Yeah, the generics are actually in support of the dress up ability. So yeah, or one of the cards will be in support of the dress up ability. So something to look forward to. So if you're running lyrical, that's not Artisaria. So yeah.
場所はプラザマーム2階イベントホールです
All the divine skill ones like this. So yeah. So Dogoban, okay. Are they having a live show? Yeah, it seems like they're having a live show essentially. So you can get yourself a hold of a couple of goods there. So which includes the acrylic coins essentially. So yeah. So yeah, I didn't see the heal trigger, the heal card also because I was trying to figure out what was in front of me essentially. So yeah.
確かに確かに
ね、ぜひぜひこのアクリルファイターズコイン使ってください。はい、そしてもう一つ。
So yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like
こちらは
I feel like I know I'm like late and whatnot also because I did needed some a bit extra time also because I was into something at the moment. So but for the most part, yeah. Okay, so these are actually like keychain holders. And yeah, so it's basically I think these are all like Dokuban Dokuban art pieces essentially. So yeah. It refers to like everybody that has been on the show. So yeah. So yeah, oh yeah, that is the heel trigger. Yeah, it's very cute also. Dokuban Neo 2025. So yeah. Yeah, so it's a PR card also, and yeah, they're doing a live show essentially. So you can, so if you happen to be in Japan also on in next week, I guess. Yeah, this weekend also, then you can actually join Dokuban Neo live. So yeah. Alright, so the card information. We are here already. Let's see. So Law with Sephiroth Gira.
本日の物語は昨月編第7話降誕の龍樹ゼフィロギーラです。あらすじをどうぞ。
こんにちは、ゼフィロシードくん。本日歴史の授業を担当する継承の乙女ヘンドリーナです。こらこらゾルガくん、龍樹信仰とか余計なこと言わない。
Hendrina is actually taking care of Sephiroth Seed. Okay, can. That's a name that you have not heard in a long time, Hendrina.
ゾルガとね、ゼフィロギーラというかギーラがね、
So yeah.
あれがありますからね、やっぱり関係があったところでございますから、ちょっとここら辺のね話気になるところでございます。ぜひぜひ。
Zora, oh yeah, Zorga, so yeah. Zorga was mentioned. Zorga is mentioned in this too as well. But it makes sense as well because Zorga, you know, did have his Mascast form, so then he became the Divine one, so he became the Fatal one after that, so yeah. Alright, so we got 4 cards today. So yeah, Lianorn and Ominagruzio, I think it should be 2 each, so let's see what the best friends get. Starting with Ominagruzio, so here we go, here's a great one. Alright, so when this unit is placed on the Riga circle by hand, reveal a Great Tree Ominagruzio from your right deck, and reveal it. And then if you revealed it, or if your Vanguard is a Great Tree or higher Ominagruzio, color plus 1, search a deck for a trigger unit that's not other than over trigger. Reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. Okay, so this allows you to actually be able to straight away fetch a trigger unit out, so that you can possibly set it up also to get it bind. The way the Ominagruzio works also is that you bind different types of triggers. If I say critical, I apologize. I'm supposed to only say trigger. You bind different types of triggers into your bind zone, and then your opponent cannot benefit from those. Cannot benefit also from the power increases of those trigger effects. So they cannot defensive trigger heal. They cannot defensive trigger draws, criticals. During basically when you attack, so it's not, so it's off when it's their turn, but when it's used defensive, it turns off also. That's the way the Ominagruzio plays for anybody that have forgotten how it works. So this one allows you to be able to search out a trigger directly, which means that you can actually get it to bind, get it into the bind also a little bit more quickly. So yeah, it's a rare card, so not really like amazing, but then again, so Ominagruzio has not been seen in a long time. I don't expect Ominagruzio to actually get any sort of new form anytime soon. So yeah, we'll get to see what is the other support card that comes in. So it's probably a double R. So yeah. Alright. And here, ooh. Ooh, okay. I like the wolf. Okay, Ken, so from the soul, when you're grade 3, when you're grade 3 or higher, grade 3 or higher Ominagruzio is placed on your Vanguard circle during your right phase. So there's right phase also. Okay, so during your right phase, if you don't have another card with the same name as this, a rare card with the same name as this card, so plus 1 other card from your soul, then call this card to a regard circle. So this just allows you to be able to call him out to regard circle. So once, so as there is another copy of him out there already. The second skill is that if you have a great tree or if you have a wait. So when a card goes from the regard circle into the soul, by the power of your grade 2 or higher Vanguard with Ominagruzio in its name, by the ability I mean, then choose one of your units, and for the turn it gets plus 5k. Then if you have 2 different types of trigger icons in your bind zone, Energy Blastery, draw 1. Okay. Okay. A little sustain with the draw, and also something that so that you could get from the Energy Blast. Energy Blast 3, draw 1. Then if you are up to 10 or so, you can basically Energy Blast 7, get another one too as well. So okay, interesting, very interesting. So okay, can that's a good ability. Nothing too changing. Nothing that I feel that adds or increases the Ominagruzio's ability. So this is just a touch up of sorts. Combine this actually with Ruin Collector, so and that's an easy way to actually get a card out also. Then you can soul plus 1 and then call this card out also. Like the Ruin Collector also sorry, not Ominagruzio skill ability, so sends this card into the soul, then you can actually soul plus one card out, so the other card you possibly send, so in order to get him back out. So yeah, just allows you a means in which they actually can continually get regards out other than from your hand. So okay. Okay. Okay, and the reason I know this is so because I have been trying to farm up the cards that I want to farm up in order to get Ominagruzio off the floor. But I need to do a lot more grinding. I did not stream last week because of the fact that I actually ended up having to grind out those cards, and I didn't want to come on to stream to grind. So yeah, so that's why I didn't stream any days 2 last week. So I will try, and I will try to get like more CP in my bank, so in order to craft out the cards that I need. So I also been working on not just that, but also on the Brangate what you call it, the Brangate Grifogira. So yeah, using the mates just to see how it all puts together. So yeah. And I don't ever want to play with Vartex, but I think it makes sense for me to go straight to Vartex rather than me actually playing Ominagruzio. Sorry, not Ominagruzio. We're talking about Ominagruzio. Gifugira, that's all. Alright, so this one is the Lianorn support card. Alright, so continuous. If you have a grade 3 or higher card with Lianorn in its name, and you have 1 or more grade 1 or less cards, this is a grade 2 card. If you beat this criteria, this unit gets plus 5k shield. If you have 3 or more grade 1 or lower cards, lower regards, it gets plus 10k shield instead of plus 5k shield. It's a common card, very defensive, allows you it to be actually another 15k, so long as you don't run into any sort of BG Baboom decks. So very good defensive card, so it's something that you can also use as part of Intercept 2 as well. So yeah. An okay, yeah, this is an okay like defensive card. So if you really need the defense, I don't think anybody will actually go out of their way to actually put defenses into the deck. But I wonder, guard card not play. I mean, yeah, it's obvious, but who knows? Who knows? They're promoting it, so I gotta help them promote it too. So I'm basically preaching I'm trying to peddle shit here, but you know, that's their job too as well. Alright, so this is the Lianorn boost card that we saw in the thumbnail. Alright. So when this card is discarded from your hand during the right phase, if you have a grade 3 or higher, choose a grade 3 or higher Lianorn or Magnolia from your right deck and reveal it. If your Vanguard is okay, so that if your Vanguard is Lianorn or Magnolia grade 3 or higher, you can Soul Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3 and draw 1. So basically, if you discard this card, then you can actually reveal the Lianorn or Magnolia grade 3 from your right deck. Or if your Vanguard is Lianorn or Magnolia grade 3 or higher, you can pay the cost and draw 1. Drop zone ability. If you have a Lianorn or Magnolia grade 3 or higher Vanguard, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, send this card to the bottom of the deck from the drop zone. Choose one of your regards, and during the and for that turn, that unit's original power is 15k. It's 15k. If you have activated Persona right this turn, its original power is 20k base instead of 15k base. Okay. 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 So her ability allows you to be able to have a unit's power be original 15k or 20k if you Persona road the turn. So that would mean that whatever there's like 8k at the back before will become 20k base. If it's a front row unit, so then it's 30k. It's 30k as it comes in. So like say it's like a weak grade 2, so and it goes in. So 10k becomes 20k instead base, and then after that it goes 30k afterwards. But I think this one is more focused because it's towards Magnolia and Lianorn too as well. Lianorn can actually have the backroom be plus power, Magnolia can actually make use of their back row unit becoming base 20 to be able to hit the Vanguard for 10k for 10k part also. Yeah, the Magnolia part caught us off guard actually. It absolutely caught us off guard. 100%. 100% caught us off guard. Because of the fact, right, that they promoted it as Lianorn, but they added the Magnolia part also. I was like reading it through and I thought it said Mascas, but you wouldn't need Mascas because Lianorn has a Mascas form as well, so you can just say Lianorn. But no, it says Magnolia. And that just means that Magnolia, right, can actually have a back row unit attack from the back row, and its base being 20 plus whatever plus power that it has also. Even if we set it to 15 too as well, that does a lot of wonders for like some great ones also, because its 8k base now becomes 15k base and it can attack from the back row. Hell, yeah, actually with that in mind, so you can actually keep your boosters, your back row actually mostly great ones. Because of the fact that with this card's ability, one of those riggers can actually have a plus 15k. It can actually become 50k base instead of an 8k base, plus whatever power that makes it like, oh, it becomes 13. No, now with whatever plus power is it, so it's mostly just plus 5k, so it becomes 20k on its own. If it's 20, it's 25k on a personal right. It does a lot actually. This card actually does a lot for Magnolia and also for Lianorn too as well. This is very, very interesting. And considering Elder and also Magnolia Mascas 2 as well, and the upcoming new Magnolia 2 as well. So what can we expect there? The fact that they say personal right, it means they're supporting Magnolia Mascas. It's possible that they're doing that also, but they could also be supporting the new Magnolia. The new Magnolia is in this set too as well. That's something to keep in mind. Getting English price 15 for 35 more players. So sorry, that's Greek to me. So yeah. So could this really be a sign as to what we could expect for new Magnolia? Like, it's probably more of the same or so, but at the same time also it's kind of like, Alright, so they're actually going to showcase the rounds from Vanguard Deluxe. The quality went to shit on my end. Yeah, so 6 PM every day. Yeah, 6 PM every day. So they're actually going to be showcasing the rounds that we saw in during Vanguard Deluxe 2024. So yeah, this will be interesting. First battle, second battle. You can see the finalists also all playing in. I mean, it was live, so decided to cut it out also and put those matches out there on the Vanguard Championships. So yeah. So archive basically. Reza going through 2 decks or so that goes for front row. Yes, absolutely. But Reza can actually fight against those odds. He can take those odds if he's smart enough. AKA have Niberis in there, so yeah. Alright, so next week, episode 7 discussion and also episode 8 preview. And we're getting Virustora. Oh, Welstra, sorry. Welstra, where? E. There's an A, not an I. So Welstra boost, and we're also getting a Jojo card that's going to be shown in the anime. So yeah. But it is that Reza also spawns back front row. Spawns back front row. So yeah, exactly. So, but for Basgara, yeah, it's okay. But for the blood, it's gonna bind. So, but if your drop zone is fresh, so it wouldn't matter much result. So we have to see how the result play actually really goes through there. So yeah. So yeah, not a 3 card. 3 cards are gone already. So you are a month late for that. Right, so yeah, cannot wait. So yes, we get to see 1 card from that's in the Jojo deck that will be used by Bichu. That's appear in the episode, and we will see and then of course we'll see Welstra too as well. So that will be interesting to see. Yeah, it's the fight next week, so absolutely we should see what's going on. Or probably see Leo out of nowhere. No lah. I don't think Leo showed up in the finals. But hey, if Jojo or Leo comes into play, I wouldn't mind that. So I don't mind double cards as well. I actually enjoy the double boost cards. It feels a lot more. It makes it a lot more worthwhile. And I'm not talking about just the price up from there. For what it is as well, I'm talking more about the lines of like it makes it easier so that there's no oversaturation of cards. They don't need to make two cards that does the same thing for both Lianorn and for Magnolia. It's just one card that does the same thing for both of them, which I like more. So yeah. Oh, what's nice also as well is that if you discard a card for the right phase, so you can choose not to play. You can actually choose not to play the Biscotti variant in Stoichia with that card actually, because if you're playing Lianorn, if you're playing Magnolia, you can only have that one card. You just don't need that one card. You don't need to actually have the generics in there. I think that's apt. Alright. Light those up, Vanguard. So yeah, unless you play other generics also. Yeah, I mean there's always gonna be space for a generic in there. So, but that just frees up your need to actually play the Biscotti variant with that other card also. But of course, there's a lot of other generics out there that could be better suited to what you are doing with your right deck essentially. They're doing with your deck. So yeah, I mean, frees up a slot so and you can have a Biscotti while also having a good, a really good ability underneath it. So yeah. So yeah, that was actually a very, very comfortable reveal. So I like it, and I really like the surprises. So they never told us that it's a, they never went out of their way and told us that, so that this is a Magnolia boost card, but they reviewed it here as a Magnolia boost card, which is excellent because Magnolia is also getting a boost in the same set too as well. So I love seeing it. So, and it's nice that they are seeing similarities with two different decks, and then they are like making their boost cards that pair up with them. So I think Lianorn had one with, oh no, I'm thinking of the Dragon Empire card. So Dragon Empire is for boost for Balsagara and for Nirvana, or more specifically Overdress and Cross Overdress. I'm trying to remember other like, wasn't Lianorn paired with somebody else that they have a joint card? Like if you have a Lianorn Vanguard and something else, I don't think it was Magnolia. If there was one before that, I'm not sure. Lianorn really has 3 cards so where it's splashed with other decks also. Yeah, that's coming to my attention now actually. What was Granfia? Yeah, what was Granfia? Correct. What was Granfia? If you have Lianorn or you have Granfia Vanguard, then this is Lianorn and Magnolia. What was the other one? Not sure. Oh well. I'm not gonna stress out and try to figure out what that might be. So I'll just leave it at that. So, but I'm pretty excited to actually have the wolf here. So I'm pretty excited to actually have the wolf here for Ominagruzio. It just more for the art than the actual ability itself. The ability is good, but beyond that, so I was just like, nah. Beyond that, so I was like, nah. This is the reviews are actually from mid to good, and this one is more mid than good. So yeah. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's proceed on to our next section of our stream, which we have started doing for 6 weeks now, so it's like a month plus already. This is the wrong one. Let's do the chill one. So let's do the very chill one. And also make sure that it loops too. So right, well, never mind. It was only 2, so but both are for Granfia. Oh, okay. So both of them are for Granfia. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All right, so that is the end of the section where that's the end of the that's the end of the Vanguard Newsday Tuesday section. Are you ready to be held hostage? Please don't. Please don't. My throat needs a little bit from there. So, but look at all 5 rounds. Round 2 is my best strength for far longer rounds. So I'll take a look at 2 and 5 from you. So anyways, we're moving on to the what is cooking section. So this is the deck building prompt section, which I've been doing for, this is the 6th week of it. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this a lot. So I really like taking to it so as much as possible. I've enjoyed doing what I can in order to make things as jank as possible. You know, and just have some fun with it. And this round, I started thinking about some of the other card games that have involved also. And as far as I know, right, Vanguard plus a few other games, but I think most, if not all of them, are under the Bushido umbrella. Their games revolve around having 4 copies of the same card, maximum that you can have, so minus abilities, of course. But there are other games, right? Most other games outside have 3 copies, and it makes me wonder. So, what would happen if Vanguard also played with a 3-copy maximum variety? What kind of builds will we really see out of here? So, and that's today's prompt, and that's basically today's prompt, which is make a standard deck, but you can only put a maximum of 3 copies. Full disclosure, I really thought about putting maximum of 2 copies, a la Hearthstone, because Hearthstone only has 2. But I didn't do it because of the fact that 2 copies, right, is like Vanguard is not built around the idea of having 2 copies or something, because you can't do a lot with 2 copies. So I decided to up it to 3 to follow the Japanese game style instead, or at least the wider one, not Bushido one. I just asked you guys, what if you come up with it? So, welcome to True Jank Deck Building, so where I try to make the wildest builds with more slots available. That's the point of it. So 2 copies just do quick start deck also. Exactly. Pocket TCG and 2 copies is good. So yeah, 2 copies. But it works because it's a smaller size deck, and Hearthstone is a 30 card deck. So this is a 50 card deck. And if I put you guys to 2 copies, you're gonna have a lot of space with not much to know what to do with it. So apply as you will. Alright, so let's get on to the first one. So now, MS being here, so as I said before, I will look at your round 2 and your round 5. You submitted quite a lot. I will limit it because I don't want this to be an hour. Okay, last video it was an hour long. Last video was an hour long, and that's because everybody has put in a lot of input to it. I highly appreciated it, but I also don't want to be sitting here for an hour. Not because of the fact that also that there's too much, but more as like I want to keep this very, like, you know, this is very drop in drop out and not very podcast-ish. If I want to do podcast-ish, so I try to find myself a co-host for it. So yeah. But anyways, that aside, I wonder why it was an hour long with Tachi Week. So it was an hour long with Tachi Week. Yes. You wonder why also, and that's because everybody was participating. I can't be more happy than that. So, okay, let's move on. Let's begin. So, next week's prompt is already up already. So if you guys want to take part of it, so be sure to head over to our Discord server and take part in the new one that I've already posted already. In the thread section. So just come over to our server if you haven't done so, and you can see this one as a deck building prompt. If not, you can click up here on the threads thing and you can see the latest deck over here. So yeah. Look forward to seeing what you guys cook for me for the next one, because next one is going to be very. We'll have a bit of catharsis, I guess. We'll see. All right, so let's proceed with the first deck in the prompt, so and that will be Anishi's. Okay. So, let's see, he's Highlander totally. So, yeah, Highland totally. And it's a Chris Rain deck. So, Chris Rain, definitely a very, very easy way to circumvent the G copies of everything and whatnot. So, let's see what he has done. So, he starts with Absolute Zero as his first Vanguard, which is not related to Chris Rain at all. It's from the Absolute Zero deck. I forgot what the name was, but I'm not going to look for it. Alright, so and then we go into the first Vanguard, where it's rolled upon by Confident Aqua Buset. Reveal the top card of your deck, call it the Vanguard Circle if it's grade 2 or less normal unit, and put it into your hand if it's not. That specific card they write onto, when this is rolled upon by a grade 3 with Chris Rain in its card name, reveal the top card of your deck and call it to Vanguard Circle if it's a grade 3 or less card, and put it to your hand if not. And Chris Rain herself, so which you chose the SEC version, so this is gonna be a bit hard to read for my eyes. I'm gonna have to sit up and read it. Alright, so X skill once per turn. Color +1, choose any number of units and perform one of the following. If you chose 4 units, and all of the chosen units have different card names, perform 2 instead of 1. And you've chosen 5 or more cards and all of your chosen units have different card names, perform all instead of 1. Draw a card and energy charge 3. Choose one of your units and it gets plus 50k to the end of the turn. This unit gets plus 1 critical until the end of turn. Divine Skill, Divine Skill on the Vanguard Circle. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a grade 3 or greater unit, cost return all regards to hand. Choose up to 1 unit card from your hand and call it the Vanguard Circle. And until the end of the turn, increase or decrease that unit's power and critical to match this unit. So essentially with Chris Rain, it's a Highlander deck, and you want to have different names on the field essentially, so that you can bounce, so that later on you bounce them all, bounce them all back and call out 1 is the Divine Skill, which allows it to have the same power as whatever Chris Rain is. So everything just pumped to Vanguard. Everything just pretty much pumped to Vanguard. And of course, it's other ability which allows you to card plus 1. You can have 1 of your units be plus 15k. And until the end of the turn, you can have Crusade itself be plus 15k. And the regards all just basically all stuff plus critical, and then the Divine Skill pops up from there. Done. Right. Support cards. If you have a grade 3 or... when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Crusade in its card name, counter plus 1 DC gets plus 50k until the end of that battle. Alright. Even the ace itself also is only limited to 3 copies too as well for this prompt. But this is also running with Petralka, which is at the end of the battle that this unit attack the Vanguard. Counter plus 1. Reveal the top 7 cards of your deck, and if all the revealed cards not named Relation River Petralka have different card names, which works in this deck too as well. Choose up to 1 of the revealed cards, call it the Vanguard Circle, and it gets plus 10k until the end of the turn. If you chose Relation River Petralka, write it as stand instead of calling the Vanguard Circle, it gets minus 1 drive until the end of the turn. Shuffle your deck. Okay, so this is basically the swap in for Chris Rain. If you so choose to swap in, and it does run with the same engine, but I don't see why you would change to Petralka, but we'll see what your other boost cards have first before I call on it. When this card is placed on Vanguard Circle, if a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris Rain in its card name, so plus 2 cards with different card names. Search the deck of the grade 1 card without Sentinel, reveal it. If you don't have a Vanguard with the same card name as that card name, call it the Vanguard Circle, and then unit gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. Shuffle the deck. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris in its card name, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of that battle. Alright. Ringing Song Fiora. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris in its card name, choose 4 of your units. If you chose 4 units, all the chosen units have different card names. This unit gets plus 10k until the end of the turn. Alright. When this unit's power is increased by the act ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 10k until the end of the turn. So if this was the choice for the plus 15k, 50k from Chris Rain, then Christian itself gets plus 10k thanks to her ability. So they give each other power in that regard. When you see the attacks, choose any number of your units. If you chose 3 or more units, and all of the chosen units have different card names, this unit gets plus 5k to the turn. If you choose 4 or more, and all the chosen cards have different card names, at the end of battle, choose up to 1 of your regards and return it back to your hand. So there's a bounce that counts with this also, plus additional 5k at the end of the turn. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Chris in its card name, counter plus 1 and energy plus 3. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card among them with a different card name from unit cards on your Vanguard Circle and Vanguard Circle, call it the Vanguard Circle and shuffle your deck. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, choose 4 of your units. If you choose 4 units and all of the chosen units have different card names, this unit gets plus 10k until the end of that battle. Alright. When this unit boosts, if you use the Divine Skill of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard creature is card named this fight, this unit gets plus 10k to the end of the battle. When your grade 3 or greater unit with Chris Rain in its card name attacks, energy plus 3, put this card into the soul. Draw a card. If your regard did not stand by a card's ability this turn, choose a regard chosen by the ability of a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris Rain in its card name this turn and stand it. Your PG is Ellie, not much I need to say about that. But imagine PG, but the Sentinel ability says that you only have 4 copies of Sentinel, so, but you do have the Elementaria here, so you know it really doesn't matter at the end. So don't know why I'm trying to preach there. Alright, during the battle, this unit boosted. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris Rate in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k. When this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris Rate in its card name, choose up to 4 units. If you chose 4 units and all of your chosen units with different card names, Energy Blast 3, and until the end of the battle, when your opponent will call cards without Sentinel from hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 3 or more cards with different grades at the same time. So this would so this one basically just makes Chris Rain. So like if when she's attacking with the plus crit and everything on there, plus whatever additional powers is on top of there, so they must call 3 or more cards with different grades at the same time. So yeah, which this does limit to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, essentially. But yeah, I have to fit in the PG and lose like 2 more other cards also at the very least. Right, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chris Rain in his card name, you get plus 5k power, plus 5k shield, activate your bonus turn 2 as well. OT, and you're running with a 8 crit deck, makes sense for Chris Rain. 3 fronts, yep, makes sense also because of the Rigas that still has that still has stuff going on. Although the fronts will own, but I think the fronts are there, so mainly from Petrarca. If you decide to change your Vanguard to Petrarca. Okay, so with the limitation also, it does give you, I mean, it's Chris Rain, so there's not much that can really say also, because Chris Rain thrives well having different card units, and you do have a lot of units here, so 3 across the board, so, and quite balanced out too, so in terms of your triggers too as well. I think that with the ability of being able to add Petrarca because of the additional space that you don't have to put in, so that you don't have to put 4 in there, but I think that even if you have 4 copies in there, Chris Rain would still run a deck that looks similar to this. Also. The limitation doesn't hinder Chris Rain, but that's kind of like the point of Chris Rain, right? Because of the fact that she wants to play different card names also, and the fact that you chose to have multiple copies of certain things, it makes sense that you want to do that because there's some cards that's a bit more consistent, and you can easily fit in 5 other rearguards with different names also through this method. So 3 copies is never a hindrance to Chris Rain also, but it does fit the prompt here, so which is that it's Highland totally. Yep, it absolutely is also. It fits the prompt also, and quite an easy way to circumvent through the maximum 3 copies. But let's see if there's any decks that we have here that actually would suffer under the limitation. So let's move on to the next one, and the next one will be from Saber, which next one would be from Archer, and he submitted 5 decks, but I'll take his prompt. It says that he wants to look at round 2, so the second one and also the 5th one too. So we'll do that. Let's look at number 2 from Curse of Archer. Right. And what we got here is a How Are You deck, which is a Shaman King deck. So yeah, going straight with the collab cards. Let's go with, it's really the peak building, so let's take a look. So this is a How deck essentially. When it says roll a pawn, if you went second, draw 1. When it says roll a pawn by Merciless Smile Howl, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with Spirit of Fire in its card name from a modern, reveal it, put your hand and shuffle your deck. Great name also. Yeah, how are you? Indeed. When it says roll a pawn by Great Ominagruzio Howl, choose up to 1 shaman from your drop zone and call it to Regard Circle. Do you turn this unit gets plus 2k. And act skill once per turn, Great Ominagruzio Howl. Alright, color plus 1, look at your top 2 cards of your deck and call them to call each of them to Regard Circles or discard them. Need a hydrate. Oversoul. So Oversoul is the ability that comes from the Shaman King side, which is basically the cost itself. The cost itself also puts you in the Oversoul state, I should say. By putting a Regard with Spirit of Fire in its card name into your soul for Shaman King is basically the spirit that's tied to each shaman in the series. So for how it's actually the Spirit of Fire. Alright, so by going into Oversoul, this unit gets plus 10k until the end of the turn. Then by binding 3 rearguards, choose a card with Spirit of Fire in its card name from your soul or drop zone and call it to a back row center rearguard circle. And that unit can attack for the back row until the end of the turn. So yeah, so you basically can set in the Spirit of Fire from your rearguard circle into the soul, and then you can actually choose to call the Spirit of Fire from your soul, that same one, and then call it back out. So and the cycle can loop from there. So which is one of the best things that Howl has going for him. So yeah, And let's take a look at the Spirit of Fire, so which are all great trees. When your opponent's Vanguard is retired by your card effects, if your unit with how in its card name, you may so charge 1. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, if you have a unit with how in its card name, this unit gets plus 20k plus 1 critical until the end of the battle. So when this unit is attacking the Vanguard, which it will do so, either on the Vanguard circle, next to Howl, or behind thanks to Howl's ability, it will be able to attack and then you'll get plus 20k plus 1 critical, which is 33k plus 1 crit. Not an easy guard, so in the most sense. So the other Spirit of Fire that you will go for is if you have a unit with Howl in its card name, the ability cost of this is reduced by 2. By Soul Blast 2. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, Soul Blast 2, but in the case of the previous conditions, it's a free cost. At the end of the turn, this unit gets plus 1 critical, and for the battle this unit attack, when your opponent will call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more cards at the same time. So this is the other Spirit of Fire, which is that it will gain a plus 1 critical because of the fact that it doesn't have a critical. Sorry, I forgot to mention that the spirits itself don't have any criticals. Yes, the critical is 0, so yeah. I haven't read what your message is also, but I noticed that was 0. So this allows you to be able to attack no problem. So it comes in with 1 critical, and so it can attack and hit you. This one is basically it will be able to hit you for 30k, but you can but this is the Spirit of Fire that you will pick if you want to, if you are catching your opponent off from using his PG easily. So yeah, it doesn't have power. It can have power if you pump the triggers to it. So, but otherwise, yeah. A lot of this is so these two being only certain copies or so, but you also have the critical also be a Spirit of Fire, and you also can have the draw being the Spirit of Fire too as well. So you have, I think also specifically the draw itself is probably your target, right? If neither one of these two are already on the field or the drop zone or so, and you will call this and you call them out either from your hand, from Howl's ability, sorry, from your soul or drop by Howl's ability. So yeah. Your choices of Spirit of Fire, so it's mainly to fill one of these two, and there's only 1 copy of each. You're only playing with 1 Howl as the one extra copy of Howl in there. Alright, so Persona Right is not a thing. But anyways, the rest of your deck, during your turn, if you have a Great Shield or Greater Vanguard with Howl in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k. When this unit is bound from Vanguard by the ability of Vanguard with Howl in its card name, Soul Blast 1 and put this card into your hand, so it's a target for bind, and you can actually have him be removed, move to bind, and then after you can Soul Blast 1 to add him back to your hand. And thanks to Spirit of Fire's ability, so as long as you retire, you get to sword just 1. You pay the cost off very, very well. Persona Right fake mechanic. Okay. Yeah. So moving on. When you see space on the Vanguard or Vanguard circle, look at the top card of your deck. If it is a card with silver arms in its card name or gold verse orders, put it into your hand, and if it's not, discard it. Card plus 1, Soul Blast 1, put a total of 5 unique cards with silver arms in their different card names from your hand or Vanguard circle into Soul. Search them for up to 1 silver's test, reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. This one is mainly for the reveal the top card of your deck and discard it so that you can actually have the Spirit of Fire in there. So yeah, there's a true spice for the deck also. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the reasoning why this is here. So yeah, Yo Asuka as the Sentinel, 1 copy, and then 3 copies of Shamanistic Oracle. So basically just have your 4 Sentinels there, and the limitations really come into play here. You can only maximum of 3 copies. Alright, so, but this is the Silver Wing, so all of your Vanguards with Silver Arms in their card name in the same color as this unit cannot be attacked. Another Silver Arms, back row Vanguard circle, this unit can boost during the battle that your unit in another column attacked, alright. Silver Tail, during your turn, if you have another unit with silver or silver in its card name in the same color as this unit gets plus 5k. Silver Arm, Silver Horn, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets plus 5k to the end of the turn. And finally, the Silver Arm, Silver Shield. If you have a rig up with silver or silver in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k shield. Okay, so with the rest of the deck actually having the Silver Arms, the second part of Silver's ability will be able to proc off, and because it's a Vanguard Regard skill, you can just easily put him in the Regard circle, no problem, while being bombarded by Spirit of Fire. So yeah, then you get to search your deck for Silver's test. I assume it's the orders here. Let's take a look at the orders then. So that's Golva's test. Golva's orders is Silver test. If you have a shaman unit with silver or silver in its card name, play this with Soul Blast 5 unit cards with silver arms in different card names. Choose one of your shamans with units with silver or silver in its card name, and it gets plus 5k, plus 50k power, plus 5k, plus 5 crits until the end of the turn. Right. And because of this, and because of the second ability, it does go into your soul, so you search out for Silver's test, and you basically have Silver shooting with the Grand Cannon attack. Have you heard the original DP of Standard? It's on a Vanguard circle, that doesn't count. It's on a Vanguard circle, it doesn't count. It doesn't count, it's on the Vanguard circle. So, okay. Yeah, so you have a Vanguard. Not only do you have the Spirit of Fire that's 30k plus 1 critical, you also have a 50k plus 6 critical onto Silver. And it's going to soup the whoop on your ass. What is Golva test? Before one of the following, draw a card, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, put all cards with silver or silver in its card name from among them into your hand, and discard the rest. So this one just allows you to actually be able to continue to search out for silver cards through its ability. So yeah. Triggers wise, we're playing with 3 fronts and 4 criticals, 3 draws, 4 heals, and 4 fronts. So 4 fronts, 3 draws, 4 crits, and 4 heals. This is another Spirit of Fire. Oh, okay. Didn't realize. There's also another Spirit of Fire. This is Eliza. This one is Kororo and Blessing of the Great Spirit. And the OT, so for Shaman King, which is that if you have Vanguard Oversoul System, retire all of your opponent's Regard. So it just allows you to be able to retire, and this can proc off too as well. Your opponent's Regard by card effects as well. So yeah. So absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. So okay, Ken, I see where this is going. There's a lot of hilarity to this. Straight up. You're looking at the Vanguard attack, and then after that you have a 60k 6 critical on one side, and you also have the Spirit of Fire behind, which possibly is either guard restrict, or you have it be plus 30k. So yeah, the Shaman King OT got 2 effects also. Oh yeah, it does have 2 effects. You're right. It does have 2 effects. Oh no, sorry, they're different cards. Sorry, the retire is the order effect. So yeah, you're right. So play effect. This one is actually an order trigger, which is actually is that which is that additional effect is you show 1 damage to it, and the play effect is if you play as an order, as the order that it is also, which allows you to be able to retire all of your opponent's regards, which means that you can easily soul plus 5. If you somehow manage to get this card into your hand, you don't have to check it first. If you manage to get this card into your hand, then you can use this order effect in order to be able to get the soul charge 5, which possibly means that you could get 5 different named silver cards in there. Then you can actually if you have this in hand, so silver stats, just soul blast out, choose silver, and silver is 60k 6 crit. So yeah, this is hilarious. This is just basically hilarious. No other way for no other way to put it in. So yeah. Okay, right, that's good. Let's move on to number 5 from the same person. Quintessential quintuplets. We have more space. Okay, I have no clue what quintessential quintuplets does. Who needs Persona when you're shooting big crit numbers or so? Fair enough, but if you have that also, you can do quite a lot too as well. But anyways, quintessential quintuplets. I've never seen. I don't memorize. I don't recall what the quintessential quintuplets does. But this is for Captain Secretary. Let's see. Alright, so when rolled upon by a grade 1 quintuplet, if you went second, draw a card. Alright, and the quintuplet for here it's Yotsuba Hakano. When you see is placed by writing for the quintessential quintuplets, you get the quintessential quintuplets memories crest. Search your deck for up to 1 quintuplet, put it to memory, and shuffle the deck. If your continuous skill, if your memory has 3 more quintuplets with different card names, this usually gets plus 5k shield. Where is the crest? Is this it? No, it's not as well. This is a normal order. What does the crest do? Could you brief me? Crest exists outside the deck. So yeah, I mean it does exist outside of the deck. I guess we're gonna have to Google it then. So yeah. Quintessential quintuplets. Crest card Vanguard. Chotoa. Okay, you get the quintuplets memory quest. Right, the crest TLDR is so +1, look at the top card. Or equal to grade and shove a quintessential into memory. Okay, can. So we read it in full here. So you get the crest card. If you have one already with the same card name, call instead. Right. So if you already have, you can only write quintuple cards, and your order zone is regarded as memory. When a card other than quintuplets would be put into your memory, put it to drop instead. So +1. Look at the same number of cards from the top of your deck as your Vanguard's grade. Choose out the 1 quintuplet from among them, put it into your memory, and put the rest to the bottom of the deck in any order. If a unique card with the same name as the card name in your memory was chosen, you may call it to regard circle instead of putting it into memory. So this basically just allows you to so +1 top 3, and you either reinforce your field or you commit the quintuplet card to memory. Okay, can. So that is the crest ability. So I got a bit more context out of it. So yeah. But this unit is placed by writing from grade 1 quintuplet. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 quintuplet from among them, put it to memory, and shuffle the deck. If a card was put into memory this turn, this unit gets plus 5k. If your memory has 5 or more quintuplets with different card names, this unit gets plus 10k instead of plus 5k. Alright, and the ace grade 3, which is that when this unit is placed on the regard circle, like the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 quintuplets from among them, reveal them. Choose a card from among them, from among the review cards, put it to your hand, put the rest of the review cards into memory, and shuffle the deck. When this unit attacks color +1, this unit gets plus 5k to the end of the turn for every 2 quintuplets in your memory. If your memory has 6 or more with different card names, quintuplets with different card names, you get to draw a card. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, choose a quintuplet from your drop zone and put it to memory. Hits the Vanguard, put it to memory. At the beginning of your turn, if your memory has 7 or more quintuplets with different card names and a total of 14 or more quintuplets, you win the game. Right. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Level text. I don't. So 3 copies of this. You also have more copies of the grade 2 that's in the main deck itself. As well as the grade 1 too as well. It makes sense because you want to have as many of the memories as you can. It also includes the quintessential quintuplets themselves, so that is also counts as 1 card. Alright, so what about this one? When you see the attack hits, if your Vanguard is the quintessential quintuplets, Yotsuba Nakano, card +1 and put a quintuplet from drop zone to on the bottom of the deck. Search your deck for up to 1 quintuplet. Put it to memory. Shuffle the deck. If your memory has 5 or more quintuplets with different card names, you may draw a card. Okay, can. This would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 here, so you would complete the 5 or more, but you won't get the 6 or more quintuplets with different names, I think. In here, the rest of it is you've basically filled it with other units. So yeah, starter counts. So I know the starter counts. Yeah, 6. Sorry, 6. There we go. The starter counts. Right. So there's 6 cards in there. So you're not going for the 14 to win the game, essentially. When this unit is placed on the regard circle during your main phase, if you have a quintuplet Vanguard, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose out the 1 quintuplet from among them, put it to memory, and shuffle the deck. If your memory has 3 more quintuplets with different card names, you get plus 2k. Active for your opponent's turn 2 as well. Can be up to 6, so that can be plus 12k, so it's a 20k booster. Alright. You have Biscotti in here. When this card is discarded from when this card is put to guided circle from hand, or discarded from a hand while riding from the right deck. Color Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3, you get to draw a card. When you say it's placed on the regard circle, you persona road this turn. Color Blast 1, Energy Blast or Energy Blast 3, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card from among them, put it at the top of your deck, and put the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. If it's not the battle phase, you may call the card to regard circle instead, or putting it to the top of the deck. And then you also have a turn out, which is at the end of battle, this unit attack while boosted. If your Vanguard, if your damage zone has 3 or more face down cards, they put this unit into zone and counter charge 1. Tracking Breath Dragon, when this unit is placed on Graveyard Circle, look at the top card of your deck and put it to the top or bottom of your deck. If you put it onto the bottom of the deck, look at the top card of your deck, and then you put it back essentially. Obligated Dragon, when this unit is placed on Graveyard Circle for hand. If you do not play any orders this turn, discard a card from your hand, search your deck for up to 1 order card without regardless piece, discard it, and it gets the skill. This card can be played from a drop zone, and when it would be put to drop after being played, put it at the bottom of the deck instead until it return shot for the deck. The order that you'll be searching for that's not regardless piece would actually be Memories of School Festival for Yotsuba Nakano. Play this card if you have a Vanguard with quintessential quintuplets Yotsuba. Choose up to 2 quintuplet cards with the same card name from the drop zone. Put 1 on the bottom of the deck from among them and put the rest to memory. If you chose 1 or more cards, perform all the following according to the number of quintuplets with different card names in your memory. 3 or more, choose one of your Vegas gaps plus 5k at the end of the turn, until the end of your opponent's turn. 5 or more, counter charge 1. 7 or more, yeah, it's also a target for memory, yes, correct. So that's 7. 7 or more, choose up to 1 of your quintuplet regards, and it gets, when this unit attacks, this unit performs drive check until the end of that battle. At the end of the battle, put this unit to memory until the end of the turn. And that's 7 in total, so you will not be able to get a total of 14 or more with different card names. Oh sorry, no, you have 7 or more with different card names, and 14 or more. So you do have the alternative win condition for Nakano, so long as you can get 2 copies of each into there. So that may be challenging, but the fun thing is that you have a ton of cards right that look at the top of your deck, and then you put it at the top or bottom. Or it fills your counter charge, and yeah, no, this one is also top or bottom too as well. So you're making use of certain abilities in order to set cards at the top, or check the top card so to see there's a quintuplet and you can actually move it up to there. Interesting technique that you have here. Your PGs are different PGs, the different types of PGs essentially, and then you have 3 crits, 4 crits, so 4 crit. 4 crit, 4 front, 3 draw deck. OT is Amatinoa, of course, and you also have Radiance Caliban, which is put this card into soul and then you counter charge 1, or you draw 2 also. But you most likely will be using the secondary ability for your regardless piece. Okay, so now being a bit more familiar with the way the quintessential quintuplets does, which is basically turn your order zone into memories, and you're basically trying to put as many different card names into memory so that you can activate Yotsuba's alternate win condition, which is possible to do so with this build. We have more space, meaning that you don't have to put that many copies in here. So, but I would say so that there is a certain level of toughness that you would have. So after all, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 7 different cards here, and all of them are 3 copies, which is 21 cards in your deck, not counting the right deck itself. Not counting the right deck itself. Including the right deck itself also. So 54 in total, 21 of them are quintessential quintuplets. It's bold, it's certainly bold, but you have ways in which that you could actually check the top card and send cards to the bottom, or send cards back to the deck. You can directly search through her own abilities too as well. And there's so much that you can do, so that I can actually see this happening. How quickly, I can't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you how quickly, but it actually is pretty doable. It actually is pretty doable. And you know, I remember that there's only like 7 cards in quintessential quintuplets for each of the what you call it, for each of the girls in the 5 different nations. We got a code for turn 5 win condition as well. Yeah, this is a turn 5 win condition as well, so you're hoping to survive. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So I think you're just putting in all these other heal triggers or so just to spike me for the most part. But you know, it's all part. It's all good. It's all part and good for it. So yeah. Through and through, yeah, this looks like it does work. So interesting concept that you have there. All right, let's look at the last one for the night. Okay, and this is from Enishi. And this one is just 3 as usual, and we're playing with Night Rose. Okay. Let me just take a sip of water to recover my throat. Now, what do you mean? It's clearly there for protection reason also. True, they do have the abilities there. True. But I've had people do certain things just to spite me. So you have to forgive my suspicion. People tend to do things just to spite me because they know that they'll get a big kick out of me. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, let's look at Anishi's deck here. And he's running a Night Rose deck. And let's see what he does here with the limitation of 3. G deck is also limited to 3, so I wonder how this is going to go. Alright, let's see. Okay, so Grenache is the first Vanguard. And the full right deck is in there because you need to have the full right deck, the proper right deck in place, so that you can actually gain access to the G deck. Otherwise, it's not possible. Clearly kept having the Vanguard Zero memories as well. Of course I have the Vanguard Zero memories. So yeah. I'll surely do True Highlander in one of each triggers and units. Please don't. If it's relevant to the deck or so, please don't. If it's not, then no. Then okay, fine. Anyways, Parting Shade, where you see is placed by writing from Undying Departed Grenache, draw a card, and you get Vampire Princess of Nightfog crest itself. So just to brief everybody on what the crest does. Let's get rid of you. Okay, right. So, the crest card. You can perform Stride and cannot write Grade 3 or greater cards with Night Rose in the card name. The original power of Grade 3s with Night Rose in the card name becomes 13k base, including hard cards. During your turn, if you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Night Rose in its card name, all of your front row units get plus 5k for each face-up card in your G zone. This is only during your turn, as stated earlier. And when 3 or more of your cards are discarded from the deck at the same time by your Vanguard's ability, choose a card from among the discarded cards and you may put it into the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that is the crest card, so it just allows you to be able to actually set the card back to the bottom of the deck so you don't mill out so fast. So that is the red crest card that you get. Pirate Swordsman Columbine. It has the hollow ability, which is when placed on Vanguard Circle, you may have it become hollowed. If you do, at the end of the turn, retire at the end of the turn, so it will get retired if you put it into hollow state. When this unit is rolled upon by a Grade 3 with Night Rose in its card name, so plus 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 normal units without Sentinel from among them, reveal it, choose one of the revealed cards, put it to your hand and discard the rest of the revealed cards and shuffle the deck. When this unit attacks, if this unit is hollow, it gets plus 5k to the end of the battle, which means that it's a 50k, it's hollow, but at the end it retires. Then we have Night Rose herself, which is the original Night Rose, the original first print of her back in Premium, which is that once per turn, when your Vanguard is retired, Generation Break 2, you must have 2 or more face-up cards in your Vanguard Circle and your G zone in order to be able to activate Generation Break. In order to have Generation Break 2, so that's the way it does its counting. When your unit is retired, discard the top 3 cards of your deck and we call that retired card to Vanguard Circle. It just basically means that you can. It just basically means that when it's retired by like hollow abilities, you can discard the top 3 cards of your deck, call it back to the Vanguard Circle. Call the retired card back to Vanguard Circle. If you need to keep it, all you need to use is like on-call abilities or whatnot. So yeah. When your G unit strikes during your turn, counter plus 1, choose up to 1 card from your drop zone and call it to Vanguard Circle, and that unit gets plus 2k until the end of the turn. So just Grand Blue stuff also, which comes from the bottom. Okay, so Sea Strike Dragon and Large Gulf. That's a V at the back. So yeah. So when this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or put on Guardian Circle, choose up to 1 Grade 4 card from your hand and reveal it. If you revealed a card or your Vanguard is Grade 4, perform one of the following according to the circle this unit is on the Vanguard Circle. So plus 1, choose a Grade 2 or greater card with a different card name from this unit from your drop zone and put it to your hand. Guardian Circle, this unit gets plus 50k at the end of the battle. Auto ability with this card is discarded from your hand while riding a grade 3 from the right deck or paying the cost for strike. You get to draw a card. So yeah, that is the support card from there. Another 2 more copies of Night Rose in there. Night Storm, Hollow, and then Generation Break 2. During your turn, if this unit is Hollow, this unit gets plus 10k. When this card is discarded from your hand while paying the cost for strike, draw a card. Let's jump to the G units because I'm actually curious as to how they get affected by the limitations of having only 3 copies in there. So we have a Ghostly Great King Obadiah. So strike stamp, which is basically you discard 1 or more cards from hand with the sum of their grades being 3 or greater and discard them. You get to strike this card from your Vanguard circle from face down in your G zone. Once per turn, turn the card in your G zone face up. Look at the top card of your deck. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card from among them and discard it and shuffle the deck. Choose up to 1 card from your drop zone and call it to Vanguard circle. If you call a card with a hollow ability, this unit gets plus 5k to the end of the turn. That unit, sorry, gets plus 5k to the end of the turn. So if you happen to have Collar Bud there, so you called it out, it has the hollow ability. It gets plus 5k. Then when it hollows itself, then it gets another 5k too. So which means it's 20k. Not to mention counting the flip card up, so it's actually plus 5k, so that's hitting for 25. That's how the decks work. Alright, so Night Rose. So this card, Night Rose is different with Strike Step, which is that you must discard a card with Night Rose in its card name from hand. You don't need to write because we don't need to write on the Vanguard circle again because it doesn't have any Persona Blast, so you don't have to sorry, not Persona Blast, so Persona Write, so you don't have to write it. You can keep the Night Rose in your hand, so you can stride it for Miss Phantasm Pirate King Night Rose. Generation Break 2, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, color plus 1 and retire 2 regards. This is your turn 4 strike. Choose up to 2 grade 2 or greater cards with different card names from your drop zone and call it the regard circle. If your drop zone has 10 or more cards, this unit gets plus 1 critical at the end of the battle. If your drop zone has 15 or more cards, all of those cards get plus 10k until the end of the turn. So she's a multi-attacker, and because of the crest ability, she's likely going to have she flips another copy of herself essentially. Oh no, she doesn't flip, she just retires. Oh okay, so and she doesn't look for the others too as well. Oh okay, I see. So Obadiah, so just keep flipping up as much as you can. So then just keep flipping up as much as you can. Just Obadiah itself, you go into Night Rose, you can it doesn't flip out another copy of itself actually. And so long as you have 50 or more cards in the drop zone, core cards get plus 10k plus whatever the crest gives them as well. And then this unit gets plus 1 critical, you get 5 attacks out of it. So you can do a ton of damage with it. So as long as you're at GB2, which you will be on turn 4 after you strike to Obadiah. So yeah, surprisingly, I thought that Night Rose would actually be limited, but then I forgot that the secondary strikes, right, does not have anything that says that they need to flip a copy of itself over. I may be mistaken. So maybe Chrono Chat does, and maybe Messiah does also. But that's something that I have to take a look at another time. But her not being limited by the flip also, which means that if there's only 3 there, so you're actually okay. And if there is more space, right, if there's more G units out, so you can add more space to it as well. So put that limitation in premium also, I think nothing changes. For the most part, I think nothing just changes also if you put that limitation also, which is why I chose standard instead of any other format for that matter. So yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the deck. Negro Lazy, hollow ability. When this unit becomes hollow other than during battle phase, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Night Rose in its card name, color plus 1, choose a card from your drop zone and call it to regard circle. Generation Break 1 with its hollow unit is retired from the regard circle. If a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Night Rose in its card name and you do not counter charge 1. So okay, that is Negro Lazy, which is iconic to Night Rose's build. Marauding Shade, hollow ability. When this unit becomes hollow, if you have a Vampire Princess Nightfog crest, this unit gets plus 5k to the end of the turn. If your drop zone has 10 or more cards, it gets plus 10k instead of plus 5k. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if you have a Vampire Princess of Nightfog, Night Rose crest, this unit gets plus 5k shield. If your drop zone has 10 or more, this unit gets plus 10k shield instead of plus 5k, making it a 50k shielder. So, and something that you can also use in this set because it's a grade 2. Alright, so when this unit is placed on a regard circle from hand, if you have a Vampire Princess Nightfall crest, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card among them, discard it and shuffle the deck. During your turn, this unit is hollow, this unit gets plus 5k power. Alright, Tommy the Ghosty Brothers, which is what you paid for cost to strike. This unit may be discarded as a grade 3. Then if you have a Vampire Princess, Nightfall, Night Rose, discard this card from your hand. Search your deck for up to search your deck or drop zone for up to 1 grade 3 card with Night Rose in its card name. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and research your deck, shuffle the deck. Basically allows you to be able to fish out a Night Rose. They can set up for turn 4 essentially. So yeah, that's really it's one of its well-known abilities other than the discarding for strike. At the battle that this unit boosted and it was placed from drop zone this turn. If you have a Vampire Princess or Nightfall Crest, retire this unit and draw a card. So Negro Bone, iconic too as well. Water Sprout Jin. Alvina. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle from hand, other than during the battle phase, Energy Blast 3 perform one of the following abilities. Choose an order card without regardless piece from your drop zone and put it into your hand. Choose a grade 1 or less card from your drop zone and call it the Vanguard circle. So basically just allows you to be able to call out another card, so to reinforce from the drop zone. Very grand blue. During your turn, if you have 4 or more units, this unit gets plus 2k, which you will do so because usually her fields get stacked. Elusive Winged Dragon. I can't read that last one. Farge Jar, I guess. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than or equal to your opponent's Vanguard, discard up to 1 card from the top of your deck, and this unit gets plus 2k to the end of the turn. From the drop zone or Vanguard circle or drop zone, when your other card is discarded from your hand during your turn, Energy Blast 3, remove this card. Choose up to 1 discarded card and put it to your hand. I remember this is a generic for Stockea. So yeah. Order card that you have in here, so that you would fish out, would be in the Dim Darkness, the Frozen Resentment. Play this with Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card from among them, discard it, and shuffle your deck. Choose a card from your drop zone with grade 10 equal to less to your Vanguard and call it the Vanguard circle. So it just allows you to call anything. You get to fish out a card from the top 3, put it to drop, shuffle, and then after that you can you can compress your deck, but also call out another card out from the drop zone too as well. So yeah, and I just realized you. Oh yeah, sorry. You have Water Spout Jin. Never mind. Never mind. You know what I'm saying. Blessed Favor is your OT. You're running with a 5 crit. You're running with a 5 crit. 8 crit. 3 front. 3 front. 4 heals. A deck. So yeah. Amazingly, so it's interesting to see how the strike deck is actually not affected by the limitations of the 3, the maximum 3 copies, and this deck still is supremely functional. So without the with the limitations in play too as well. And interesting enough, so the fact that it affected the G Zone 2 as well makes it quite interesting quite interesting, and the fact that it's also not hindered too as well. Obadiah is the only one that flips, so but when it comes to Night Rose herself, right, Night Rose does not depend on her namesake being face up. Being a namesake face up, so and she's basically the finisher, your turn 4 finisher, essentially. Obadiah is the one that just keeps your engine going, and just keeping the mill down so you can get 15 or more in order for certain things like what's the unit? Units like him, so alive, so 10 or more. 15 or more, I think, comes from. Who did it come from? The 15, was it Night Rose? No. Oh, I forgot where it was. So I forgot where it was. But yeah, it's just essentially get 15 in there, which is very easy to do with Night Rose, with Grand Blue, with the Grand Blue style, and yeah, it's good. It's good. That's all I can really say about it. So. Okay, so that is all of all the decks that I will look at. There are more, and you're more than welcome to come to the Discord server to take a look and see what else that Armbands has done, because Oath Archer is already done here. I already look at the 2 because I don't want this video to be another hour long too as well. But feel free to come in here. I will close the thread, but you can always visit the threads through here, and you can see every single one they've done before, and including the one that we have just recently set up to as well right here. So feel free to join in and have some fun on our Discord server. So yeah, 15 or more is Night Rose only strike. So sorry, thank you very much. Thank you for pointing out to me. Unlimited power. True. Alright, so that marks the end of the live stream too as well. Thank you very so much for joining me for the Vanguard Tuesday and also the What is Cooking segment. I hope to see more of this as well, and I think next week's prompt is going to be quite fun to see. So be sure to deliver stories through in there. But for now, that's it from me. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to rest my throat, and I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night. So yeah, you guys have a good evening too as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.